or we have to go through the offline examination. That's still unclear. So possibly if the degree, as far as the degree is concerned, it has to be still decided by the university if we would be getting a pass grade or we have to go for the examination. So that is one thing. So that's still a question for me, because if we are passed, then the new academic session in India would be starting in the month of September.
And what year are you in?
Sorry, sir.
What year are you in? What year?
Fourth year, final year.
Oh, so you are graduating this August.
Yeah. This August I should be graduating, but right now it is very unclear for the scenario. And I have a little bit of research experience in my career. My experience is more towards research field. And initially I started working with startups and other ecosystems to get experience of what all opportunities are there for me. And ultimately I felt that I have a more inclined towards research and development field. So I started working with the renewable energy sector.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Can you explain where did you work and how long did you work and what was the work?
Okay, so I will be pretty much concentrating on my research areas, research experience mostly. The first research assignment which I did was with a company known as BOT, based in Gurgaon in India.
Mm-hmm.
So these people are working on horizontal axis wind turbine. They are working on a wind torque energy wind train technology, which can replace all the existing wind turbines in Germany. So they are manufacturing those hardware setups wherein they are working on torque generation. They want to exceed the maximum efficiency captured by windmill. There I was involved in the designing of battery management systems and the wind train technology. So it's more of mechanical and electrical kind of stuff. And after that, I got a research fellowship by the Indian Academy of Sciences. And I got to work at Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore. For 2 months I worked there. And in the previous case, with that company.
What was the scholarship name? What's the name of the scholarship?
Summer Research Fellowship Program.
And it is for undergrad?
Yeah, it is only for second and third year BTech undergrads. And it's open for all the...
And how do you apply for that?
So it's a competitive program, first of all. Mm-hmm. So it's an online platform. So it is open by the Indian government. So Indian Academy of Science takes care of it. So there's a large pool of applications and they shortlist the students.
Is it an exam or do you go through some kind of interview?
No, it's purely based on your CV and a statement of purpose. So you have to submit a research interest, SOP, and based on your references, also you need to have some references.
Got it. Okay.
Based on that, I got to work at the Center for Nanoscience at IIT Bangalore. For 2 months I worked there.
And do you know who were the professors you worked with?
At SENS, the laboratory, I worked with Dr. Manoj Verma. He did his PhD in physics from Purdue University.
And okay, let me ask you now. What is your plan now? You are going to graduate. What are you going to do?
So my decision is to go for a PhD.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go for a direct PhD, and that's where the question lies. In US, prior to this, I was aiming for masters, but then I got some more clarity. Masters is kind of vague. The research area is not more specific. But I would like to pursue PhD, and long-term plan is to go for a PhD and get into the academic line. So I decided to go for a direct PhD. So here in India, right now I had applied for a direct PhD interview application. So I got through the first round, and I'm waiting for the online interview, which is scheduled next week.
Do you have to give some type of exam for direct PhD in India?
Yeah, we have to give GATE exam.
Okay, okay.
But as you can see in my CV, the latest research work I'm doing is with Dr. Sujay at IIIT Delhi. It's also a central government university, and it's this university has all the professors who have done PhD from universities abroad. There's no professor who is still in India.
Okay, let me come to the point now. What are your what's your planning? So this is one thing, like you can pursue PhD in India. What is other plan you have?
So this is option A, that I would be going for IIIT Delhi. That because I worked as an intern for that professor for this 6 months, starting from Jan 2020 on biosensor. So as you can see, my area is particularly focused on biotechnology. And this is option A, that if I would be clearing this interview, I would be going for this direct PhD.
Okay, so
apart from this,
okay, so basically your question. I think I am reading your question. Your question is about should I do it in India or should I go abroad, right? Most of them.
Yeah. So I have also applied for this scholarship for international graduates at NTO, Singapore. So I'm awaiting the results for that also.
Okay.
So it's fully paid, and if I get it, I would be getting a scholarship. So it's all financial thing is taken care of.
So let me tell you, Karthik, one thing. I don't know about your GRE score or TOEFL score, or have you given GRE TOEFL?
That's like I gave it prepared for the GRE, but unfortunately due to some documentation error in my passport, I was not allowed to give the exam. So last December I was not able to give the exam itself. So that's been a
okay. So right. So without GRE and TOEFL, you cannot go outside to do PhD, right? Especially US, right?
Okay.
So there is no choice. You have to give it.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't have a GRE score, you cannot come to US or Canada or to some other countries. I don't know about Europe, but definitely not US. Okay. So you have to give. So as of now, you cannot apply.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, I think if you have gotten into triple IIT and your chances are higher, and they are giving you scholarships and so forth, I think it's a good idea that you can join them. Right? I don't know much about triple IIT Delhi. To be honest, I don't have much idea what is the environment and all that. But I think these days in India, there are a lot of professors who are doing good research. I mean, you have been at IIC Bangalore, you know that, right? People are really good over there. So I don't know much about triple IIT, but let's say if you want to wait for another year and you say, okay, can I give GRE next year and come? That is also a possibility. You can do that. But again, you have to make sure that you get a good GRE score, because if you don't get a good GRE score, you won't get a admission in good universities.
Okay.
And especially for getting a scholarship, especially teaching assistantship and so forth, you need a good TOEFL score. Okay, getting into direct PhD program is little bit difficult because they are looking for student who has commitment, who had a good score and so forth. So it is more personal with a professor. So if you know some professor, if you have worked with some professor outside or something like that, or if you have been in touch with him, or if your CV is really good, you have good publications and so forth, your chances are much higher. But at the same time, I would say you need a good TOEFL GRE score. That's number one.
Okay.
Just research won't help you. Okay?
Okay.
So number one, you need a good GRE TOEFL score. Number two, yes. Then if you have done research, it will help. But number one is good GRE TOEFL score, especially for US. In Europe, I have spoken to many students who have got admission in Europe, right? In TU Delft and all that. But I think most of the classes are online now.
Okay.
So it doesn't make sense, right? So to go there and especially if you have to pay from your pocket. Okay. If you are worrying about I need a scholarship, because without a scholarship I cannot do, my recommendation to you would be is make sure you get a good GRE TOEFL score. Make sure you have a couple of good publications that will give you a surety, and you can get admission at a good university.
Okay.
If you get a decent GRE score, you can apply for master's program, and if you are able to pay from your pocket, you can get admission anywhere. It should not be difficult. But most of the
So
cases,
the only
yeah,
thing, I don't want to put any financial
yeah,
burden on my parents. I need to be independent right now.
right.
That is the only concern, primary concern for me.
No, I agree completely. That's what I'm saying. From your questions, it is very clear to me. So if that is the case, you want to make sure that you get a good GRE and TOEFL score. Okay?
Okay.
You want to go for an industry job or you want to work for an academic? What is your goal?
My ultimate
Or you
goal
want to start your own company? What is your goal right now?
The ultimate goal is to go into the academic line and be a professor, like take that
Where?
career
Where?
within India.
Okay. So you want to become a professor in India, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so my recommendation to you, and where you want to become a professor? You want to become a professor in IIT? You want to become a professor in your school where you graduate, like those schools, or you want to become a professor at Triple IT? Where you want to become a professor?
At Tier 1 colleges, like the premier institutions
Like what?
here in India. So the IITs and IT.
Okay, so if that is the case, you have to do PhD from IIT or ISC. Okay,
Okay.
not Triple IT, at IIT.
Okay.
Do you understand my point? So make sure you work towards your goal. Just don't do PhD or do research. So here is the thing. If you want to become a professor let's say IIT Delhi, right? Let's say you want to do PhD at ISC Bangalore, not anywhere else, at ISC Bangalore, at a good professor with a good research. That will give you a surety that you will get your application will be there, because if you're gonna graduate from any school below IIT, okay, if you're gonna go for a PhD program below IIT, then it will be extremely difficult, extremely.
Okay.
So keep that in your mind. Forget about research area right now. Number one thing, you want to get admission to a good university in India. Okay? Because and the reason why I'm saying so, just do one thing today. Just go online and look at all the professors and look at where they have done PhD from. And you will find either they have done their PhD from good schools abroad or from ISC or IIT, not from anywhere else. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you that if you want to become a professor at IIT, okay, then that means you have to do PhD from either IIT or ISC, not from anywhere else. That too under a good professor, that too under a good research area. Okay? If you want to become a professor at your university, which is what's the name of your place? At Indraprasth University, then you can do a PhD from Triple IT. You may get admission there. You may become a faculty there. That's fine. So if you look at a faculty from your university, you will see the faculty are from different universities, right? Not necessarily IIT. So that is my point. That's why I said what you want to do. So if that is your goal,
No, the goal is to become a professor. That's
where?
And I need to go.
Do you understand my point? Where you want to become a professor? That is more important. Okay?
That's not clear to me yet, but I would be preferring more within India. But what if I get an opportunity to go abroad? Like,
No, you didn't understand my point. Again, you're asking a wrong question here. Let me ask a better question. My question to you is, where you want to become a professor, which institute would you number one category you will put first? You can say I want to become a professor at Stanford. You can say I want to become a professor in IIT. You can say I want to become a professor at Indraprasth University. You can say I want to become a professor at some school. Okay, so what is the criteria where you want to become a professor? Your answer, if you can give me a right answer, I can give you a right, or if you can tell me a right question, I can tell you a right answer. Just have you say I want to become a professor doesn't clear it up.